Top of the morning to you guys. Anyway, I guess I missed a couple of items in here in Sen's Fortress. I don't really know how, but I apparently missed a few things. So, I'm going down here. You assholes. I've seen that look in your not eyes. I've seen that look. You get a Demon Titanite. In case you're wondering what I'm using, I am using a Black Knight Sword +4. I have a Spider Shield +10, and I have the Shadow Garb, leggings and gauntlets. I am using the Rusted Iron Ring so the tar will not deter me, and I don't know why I have the Flame Stone Plate ring on. Don't ask me why. Anyway, I was missing a few items, I guess, and I forgot to grab them, but here I am now. This thing is doing over 400 damage to these guys. And another Demon Titanite, a Scythe, and a Soul of a Brave Warrior. Now, as far as I know, I've missed one more item. Just one more. And then I'm going to head straight for Anor Londo, and I'll do that. What the hell? What the fuck are you doing here? Get off my ladder! What the fuck? What? Really? You motherfucker. I don't know how those guys found me or where they even came from, but they found me. Anyway, I'm gonna continue on. Large Silver Proud Knight. Just in case I missed the other giant up here, I'm gonna check. Oh my god, I have. I missed you. Titanite chunk. And 3,000 souls. Okay. So, now I'm realizing I'm missing a lot of things. Apparently. Anyway, I got everything from up here where I'm going. I know because I did a loop around before I did the video that I'm doing right now. so I know everything in this area is actually collected. But anyway, I'm going to show you guys the one giant that won't give me a Titanite chunk. This motherfucker over here. The one that tosses the balls into there. He will not give me a Titanite chunk. Every time I managed to kill him, he wouldn't give me one. I mean, when I first got this game and I started playing it, that's when he started giving me it. And then afterward, it just wouldn't do it. There was even one time when I maxed out my item discovery to 410, and I tried so many freaking times. So many times just to get that Titanite chunk that I wanted. It would not do it at all. This is Anor Londo. A very big city with apparently no bottom. Now, if you look up that way, if you can see it, there is a domed place that is home to a scaleless beast. Most of the people who played this game know his name. Seat the Scaleless. But up that way, if you can see it, I'm going to see if I have the binoculars. I hope I do. That quaint little place up there is home to a dragon. Anyway, there are a couple items on this place before I go to the bonfire. For example, there's these sentinels here. Who, if you see you hit them in the front, they won't actually take damage. Unless you get really, really close or you get behind them. They can drop their shield and their halberd, but the armor you can get from the giant in this place. As you can see, this is a really powerful sword, but it's kind of slow. So it may cause some problems when there's a really fast enemy and I have to react. Fortunately for me, these guys are slow, but later on in this episode, I hope, you will actually get to meet the Painted Guardians. The Guardians of the Painted World of Ariamis. Which reminds me. Okay, I do have the Peculiar Doll. I was hoping I had that. Anyway, I got a Demon Titanite out of that. And over here we have 3 more of these sentinels. and 2 more chests behind them, but be careful, the one on the right is actually a mimic. As you can see, it is lighter in color, if you can see it. I hope you can, because it is really dark on this screen. I don't know why it tends to get so dark in Anor Londo, it just does. And somehow, that managed to hit me. You twat. Now, I will show you the difference between a real chest and a mimic chest in a second after I get this guy. Let me get a little skull lantern here going, because it's really dark on my screen. Now, as you'll notice, this one is not breathing, it's darker in color, and its chain is going the opposite direction of where it's looking the opposite direction of where I am right now looking. Now this one has the chain looking directly at me. This one, if you look closely enough, is actually breathing, and it has a lighter color. You get the crystal halberd from him, and I think this is a twinkling titanite here. Yep, twinkling titanite. Now, you'll see these statues. These are the guys you're going to face at the end of Anor Londo before you actually meet Guinevere. This is Smough. Over there on the opposite side is a statue of Ornstein, or Ornstein, or however you pronounce it. I just call him Ornstein. Ornstein, my bad. Now I want to show you something for those of you who want to skip through this area and just try to go to the big bosses. There's a really big problem with that. Let me show you. You see this golden gate here? This means you can't go through unless you beat Ornstein and Smough. Sealed by Great Lord's power. That means that Gwyn himself is stopping you. I think it's Gwyn anyway. But anyway, one of them is stopping you from entering there until you get the Lord Vessel and place it on the altar. After you defeat Ornstein and Smough and talk to Guinevere. But anyway, I'm going to go ahead and rest at this bonfire so I can get 10 Estus flasks, and then I'm going to kindle it. Alright, so I kindled it to plus, 20 flasks. And here's the Firekeeper. If you want to talk to her, you can. You can talk to her. You can reinforce your Estus flasks. You know how that works. For everyone who plays this game, you know how Firekeepers and Firekeeper souls work. For those of you who don't know about that, I'm going to explain right now. The Firekeepers are the only ones who can actually upgrade your Estus Flask to +1 all the way to +7, if you can get it there. But in order to get all 7 Firekeeper souls, you have to kill Anastasia, or wait for... Yeah, you have to kill Anastasia, you have to kill the Firekeeper here, you have to kill Qualana, and you have to get the other 4. You have to get the other 5 that cannot be accessed by killing. So you won't get +7 until New Game Plus. If you have enough item discovery, you will get the Gargoyle Helm and his tail weapon and sometimes his shield. Normally you get the shield from the other guy. You can cut off his tail for his weapon though. You can do that. You can get the Gargoyle Tail Axe. Now up here we're going to meet some new enemies for those of you who have never played this. But for those of you who have, we know who these guys are. These are the Painted Guardians. And don't worry, they're not weak. They actually hit pretty hard and they've got pretty decent health. Problem is, I've got this weapon up to +4. So it's doing a lot of damage. As far as I can see, this thing's doing over 400 damage just on +4. These things can only get up to +5, but when you do fully upgrade them, they hit like a truck. The scaling is even better, because it adds on to the damage. Now you can knock down the chandelier here, and it'll fall. There will be an item on it after you knock it off. I believe it's I think... No, I'm dead. Okay. Well, that blew whale dick, so I died. Okay. Now, what was I talking about? Shit, I don't even remember. I don't even remember what I was saying. Well, I don't need this anymore. I will take this and this. Oh yeah, I remember. The item that is on the chandelier that I hit down is actually Great Magic Weapon. Now, it only scales with intelligence, but it will allow you to do more damage with your weapon. They can drop throwing knives and their weapon. However, you can get their garb and everything from the Painted World. Great Magic Weapon, you can basically apply magic to the weapon in your right hand, and it'll do more damage based on the intelligence that you have for this character. The more intelligence you have, the more damage it does. I'm not sure what it does in ways of durability, but I've tested the Great Magic Weapon before. It's actually pretty decent. Once you get the right scaling, It's actually pretty decent. However, crystal magic weapon has to be the better one because, well, it's crystal. Crystal in this game always does more damage. Now, going down here, you'll notice there's a fog gate here, but we will not go through that right now because we have an item to collect and a couple of painted guardians to get rid of. Like I said, they can drop their weapon, but it's more of a dex thing. Right here, you'll get a Divine Blessing. And that's pretty much the only item in this area left. Except for the one down there, which is Great Magic Weapon. Now there's one more guy right here. These are not the only painted Ariyama's guardians. There's also a lot of them down there guarding the painting itself, but through here, this crank will not be pulled because, well, we're already on the platform. Damn it. Anyway, we're already on the platform for the thing, for this. Now that will allow a bridge from where we were when we first faced the gargoyle before. The very first gargoyle. They had it looked like a bridge was missing. Now this one, I don't think you can get his tail axe. But you can get his halberd and his shield. Now this is where we came from, but we're not going to go that way. That's where we're going to go. But right now, I still have a couple items to show you. This is where all the painted guardians are. Actually, I'm going to cut the video right here because I'm almost out of time for this. But thank you guys for allowing me to do this again. And I will see you all later and talk to you all later. Bye, guys.